Welcome everyone to the CFO Swinger Watch Report technical analysis video for the trading week of July 7th through 11th. Now, the following research in each and every single weekly report is a chance at applying your own learn and earn trading system. On top of that, the combination of the weekly report and this technical analysis video will give you a complete top-down analysis on the overall markets and individual trade ideas. Overall, every report will be giving you full guidance in the upcoming trading week, allowing you to cut down on the extensive research time that is usually needed to achieve a very successful trading week. Take a look at the description box down below to start learning and earning through trading. With that, let's get into the market. So as seen here on the daily time frame for the S&P 500 ETF or ticker symbol SPY, we have essentially gone up for 5 consecutive days right around here, okay, from this day to this day, and then 2 consecutive days from here and here. Despite the fact that we had a green day here on July 1st or last Tuesday, we did end with a negative performing day at negative 0.03%. But nevertheless, okay, we have basically gone straight up, all right? And this has been an absolutely amazing run up to new all-time highs. And again, we were making consecutive new all-time highs ever since we broke through the previous all-time high price print sitting at $613.23. And again, we broke that all-time high on this specific day on June 27th on a Friday. And with this move up higher, okay, on a daily time frame, I am wanting to specifically look at the relative strength index or the RSI as shown below here. So the RSI has officially gone up to overbought levels. It is officially over the 70 value on the RSI. And we have not seen this RSI value ever since, well, back in July of last year. And so to me, this is not a coincidence because technically and from a seasonal perspective, we should be seeing some sort of a market top appearing as we head into July's OPEX date, which is July 18th. And I explain a lot more in detail as to what we should be expecting for the rest of this month. So please read the report first before you watch this technical analysis video. And again, please pause this video if you have not read the report yet. All right. So with that being said, okay, I don't really have much to say about where we can possibly top out because again, we're in no man's land, right? Where price has never gone before. And this is essentially, grounds where the price, well, where both buyers and sellers have not experienced, right? These levels, these new levels. And so for me, as long as we're able to uphold the previous all-time high resistance levels, which is sitting at $611 and $608.50 or 608.50, we should be able to see some solid consolidation coming in after we see a potential market top. Now, here's the thing, okay? If you take a look on the weekly time frame, all right, we have a lot of room left to continue to move up higher. So where would a possible market top even fit in? So that's the thing. If you were to see a market top and we do pull back, it should be a very, very shallow dip. All right, we should be seeing very, very tame pullbacks that will be immediately bought up as well as we continue to see a lot of FOMO buying and a lot of money that has been on the sidelines finally coming back in after the markets have hit a new all-time high, or at the very least, as we see here, a new higher high. And that's exactly what we saw all of last week. Every single small intraday pullback, every single infinitesimally small, just very, very small pullbacks were continuously bought up. All right. And so all these infinitesimally small dips will continue to be bought. Now, on a larger time frame, we need to focus on the fact that in a longer term trend, we're still moving to the upside. And the RSI on the weekly time frame clearly gives us that answer, right? Because on the weekly time frame, the RSI is only sitting at 63.41. That is nowhere close to being overbought. That just simply states that the current price trend and the momentum is to the upside, and it continues to be strong, and buyers are still very much strong and present in this larger and weekly time frame. All right, so for me, as long as the RSI can continue to make higher highs on the weekly time frame, we still have another leg up higher left, possibly for the next week, or at the very least this week. And again, I explain why in the overall market summary in this week's report. So please read the report first. All right. So with that being said, let's take a look at our official swing trade idea for this week, and that is TOST or TOST. All right, so we have already gone over TOST many times. If you guys go all the way back to the IPO trading days, or at the very least during the price discovery days when it just began to finally base and move sideways, so all the way back in late 2022 and early 2023. You guys remember that I said I really loved this company due to its great and improving fundamentals during such a hard market environment and overall economic environment. And this company was really standing out amongst all the other companies or other IPOs for that matter. And it continued to essentially move sideways ever since we began to look at it around the $18 mark and around $20 as well. And so obviously this name has come a long way from $18 to $20 here. And if you guys take a look here, I believe I still have, yes, there it is. I still have my long-term entry points that are seen here, and I continue to update you guys for any other long-term entry points if you did not get in during our initial observation and analysis for this ticker symbol. Okay, so TOST, right, is now sitting at the 45s, right, or the 40s, and this one has essentially nearly tripled, well, at least doubled from where we've seen this ticker initially. And what we see here now is basically the price telling us directly that buyers are still very much present and the momentum is still to the upside. Why? Well, first of all, on the daily time frame, right, we have a massive bull flag that has been forming ever since we had the nice massive ER gap up back in early to mid May, and this gap up has held extremely well. And whenever we have these gap up and go moments, that is immediately followed by weeks of solid consolidation above the ER gap up area. That usually means we have a further upside left. Okay, and during this entire consolidation, we just continued to absorb every single morsel amount of supply every single time we rejected to the downside during the overall consolidation phase. And we see that here, over here, over here, and over here as well, just from last week. So as we continue to absorb the supply and essentially create this descending resistance trend line, the more we retest this descending resistance trend line, the higher probability that we will be seeing a breakout to the upside. And that's exactly what we're looking for and aiming for here for this trading week. And essentially, we have retested this descending resistance trend line for about 6 times here. Okay, is what I would say, right? 6 to 7 times, right? And if we were to get at least an 8th retest this week, again, which is what we want, we should be seeing a massive breakout and a move through this descending resistance trend line. And I love the fact that on the daily time frame here, the daily 50 SMA, this long-term SMA in dark blue, has fully caught up to the price and has allowed the price to retest it, and then buyers immediately pivoted and defended this daily 50 SMA as an area of large and long-term support. And so as long as we can get a nice breakout over this descending resistance trend line, which should be over $45.10, the price should rapidly move away from this long-term SMA on the daily time frame, along with the daily 200 SMA, which is again not that far off from the current price. Okay, so again, the daily 200 SMA here was only revisited back in April, right? That's only a few months ago, right? And time has truly flown by if you guys think that was a long time ago, right? And it truly does feel that way. And the price will just continues to be extremely strong, allowing my short-term daily 10 and the daily 21 SMAs here, okay, the red line and the blue line, light blue line respectively, to coil, right? And whenever I see this coiling action on the daily time frame, that clearly indicates that buyers are strong, they're upholding the price here, and as long as we're able to see a good breakout, both of my short-term SMAs, the daily 10 and the daily 21 SMAs, should start to curl up higher to support the price on the way up. Okay, so there is, again, a lot of supply overhead that will be slowly absorbed as it can, well, hopefully, as it continues to break over $45.10, and eventually we can go back to the 50s is basically what I'm aiming for here, since again, the 50s is where the price initially consolidated during its IPO trading weeks. It's very volatile IPO trading weeks at that. Okay, now don't forget to read the report where I give you the complete top-down fundamental and technical analysis in the report for this name, and I give you guys the complete 3-point game plan along with the exact option contracts you should be looking out for in this ticker. All right, now also do not forget to read the report, especially the MM list, where I give you a complete, extensive, elongated list of potential other swing trade ideas you guys can consider in this week's trading. All right. Okay, so that is it for this video. If this technical analysis video was insightful and most importantly applicable, make sure you smash that like button down below. And if you're new here and you aren't subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. But if you are watching this video when it just became public and you would like to watch this video when it's exclusively sent with the report, you simply need to become a reader of the CFO Swinger Watch Report. Plus, becoming a reader will automatically give you full access to the private CFO Discord community where you can expedite your learn and earn trading system. Good luck, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning.